Hello out there. Welcome to the flops. Maybe. Welcome to the flops. Do the flop. Everybody do the flop. Well, there have been ideas that people have had, and I've had many of them like that, that have flopped. You think it's going to work. You think you got a great idea, and then you do the flop. So you don't really want to do the flop. I'm going to tell you about a few flops. First of all, I'm not making these up. The other day I cut some ice and I took the rest of my tooth out, but I'm getting it fixed. You see, I'm a temporary hillbilly. So, the first few I'm going to give you are forgettable flops. In 1984, there's a Welsh bar owner named Phil Lewis, and he was discussing potato chip flavors with some Romanian customers. And they told him of an old gypsy delicacy, porcupine baked in clay. And they suggested the possibility of porcupine flavored potato chips. So he used a closely guarded recipe, and he set to work in his kitchen to produce the first packages. Customers compared the taste of the porcupine potato chips to smoky bacon. But as the venture attracted more and more publicity, animal lovers, I probably would have been there, protested. And Lewis was forced to abandon the porcupine chips for more traditional flavors. So thank you to the animal protesters. All right. Another flop was 1989, so the 1980s must have been the year for these kind of crazy ideas. And this was an idea for floating chairs. And William A. Calderwood of Peoria, Arizona, decided that he could make helium-filled furniture. And so he made a patent, and what he envisioned happening is his furniture floating up to the ceiling to when they're not in use, and then you would have extra floor space because your furniture would be up there. And then when required, when you would need your furniture, it would be pulled back down to the floor by a rope. Flop. Okay, just a couple more and we're done. This is a short one today. There was an entrepreneur named Juan Sato, and he was a 25-year-old man who lost his job in the recession in Japan in the late 1990s. He needed an idea to make money, and he thought for a while, and he came up with an idea, and he called it the 3-minute beating, B-E-A-T-I-N-G. And he was very frustrated by his inability to find another job, and he figured that other people were just as exasperated as he was with not being able to find a job, and also exasperated by the economic downturn as he was. So he made up his own job. So what he did, I'm sorry, I keep getting dings. What he did is he dresses up in protective padding, and then he goes out on the streets and he lets passers-by beat him with boxing gloves for 3 minutes at a time. So for 3 minutes, you get to put on boxing gloves and just beat the heck out of this guy. The price to do this was he charged about 1,000 yen, which actually in American money is only about $10. And he said, I enjoy being used as a punching bag. It's another way to experience life. I'm not sure how long that lasted, but I do think that should be considered in the flop category. And a couple more, and then we're done. Another idea somebody had, and it doesn't say where it was, is I have a service called Hulk, H-U-L-K, or excuse me, H-U-N-K, Hulk Towing, and not your toe, T-O-W-I-N-G. And what they do, when you call in, they dispatch a bodybuilder in a skimpy uniform to aid stranded motorists. And sometimes they receive calls from motorists that had not even broken down, and it did not go over. We had a kind of soda once called Belcher soda. It contains twice the carbonation of regular soft drinks for the most explosive belches you'll ever have. I'm not sure why you would want that. Two more. The lawn, L-A-W-N, the Lawn Buddy message machine. It was a 5-inch tall mechanical animal, and it arose out of a flower pot placed in by your front door, and announces that the resident of the house is away and invites visitors to leave a message. That didn't go. Last one. This one, my favorite. Someone actually came up with this. My sister would not like this. It's a bathtub spider ladder. It was a ladder that helps spiders climb out of bathtubs. The spider ladder fits neatly around the bath taps and stretches down to the plug hole. It comes complete with a poem about saving spiders and the legend, handmade by a mystified craftsman in China. Handmade by a mystified craftsman in China. My sister's terrified of spiders. She won't even say the word spider. She calls them squirrels. So if she were talking to me, she'd have to call me in the middle of the night and say, oh, there's squirrels in my bathtub. Do the flop. These people did the flop.
Hey, you! Do the flop t-shirts now available at sharkrobot.com/movie. If you don't